Hi, hello, good evening. How is everybody? I have a strange crackling sound in my headphones. I think it's my headphones. If you hear crackling, let me know. I think it's just me. I think we're alright, but we'll see. So I did a couple of side quests offline last night, just the ones that were like around here on the hideout. Nothing major. Hey, Old Assassin, how are you? Yeah, no major ones, just a couple that were hanging around here. So we're going to go and speak to Otto now, and I did some of the hunts as well. In fact, I did all of the hunts that were live. So I'm just going to crack on with the story because I wanted to focus streaming on the story and not so much on the side missions, because otherwise this will be the longest session ever. But yeah. Right, give me 2 seconds because my audio is not okay. I will be right back.
Ty is making sure she gets the rest she needs.
Good.
Any word on Kupka's movements?
Vivian's doing what she can to try and track him, but she's feeding on scraps. We've sent ours out to the curse breakers and our other friends in the west, asking them to keep their eyes peeled for anything unusual. No leads yet, but it's only a matter of time.
All right. Let me know when you find something.
There he is. All right, Clive. Still busy saving the world.
Can't hear me? Oh, yeah, because I forgot to turn my microphone back on. I'm a human disaster.
When did you get back?
Just now.
What about your studies?
Adjourned. Since Hugo Kupka invaded Rosaria. All the canvassing in uproar about it. He's gone mad. He's turned rogue. It'll be us next. You try concentrating with all of that.
All right, you win.
How long will you be staying this time?
Dunno. A while, most likely. Any road, while I'm here, I was hoping you could do us a favour.
Mid. You can't just expect me to...
Please, oblige her. While we are busy tracking down Kupka, you should have a little time to spare.
Professor! Now there's a face I haven't seen in a while. Shouldn't you have it buried in a dusty old tome?
I did, till a familiar trill pricked my ears. As ever, your exuberance is a breath of fresh air, which successfully scattered the painstakingly assembled fragments of my thoughts.
I'll take that as a compliment. Well, Clive, you heard the professor. So, I'll meet you in the storeroom when you're done.
Wait, hold on.
Who is she? I like her. Game's amazing. Oh, yeah, and you're welcome for joining the stream as well. I couldn't say because I didn't realise that you were like ahead of me, so I was like, oh, and just bounced. Sorry.
Boy,
That was like
Otto,
me being
you got
completely
my
dumb.
deal? Huh? What are you on about? My fee for bringing Mid across. She said you were paying. That little...
The storeroom, was it? I wonder what Mid's plotting.
Who is she?
Shouldn't you be getting some rest?
Ah, so you're down there now.
You took your time.
I'm a busy man, Mid.
I'll get to the point then. I want to turn the room down there into a workshop like the one I had at Dad's place.
Mid, you've only just come back.
And I've been thinking about it for a while. Dad said I had a knack for engineering. Told me everything he knew about it. Then sent me off to Canva to learn everything he didn't. That was his dream for me. That one day I'd put my studies to use for the good of the cause. but I'm helping no one stuck at school. I've studied enough. It's time I put my neck to work. I know that I can help the people here, and I want to do it.
Well, well, well. If Sid could see you now. All right.
Sid's daughter.
I'll tell Otto you'll be staying.
I knew you'd say yes. Which is why I
Yeah.
wrote up a list of jobs for you.
For me?
Who else?
What do you want me to do?
First things first, I need equipment and materials to start making my own. There's the designs for the stuff I need and the stuff it needs smithing from. The other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to lay them on for me. Apart from the wood, I'll need a carpenter for that, but I can just borrow yours.
Is that everything?
For now. I'll let you know if I need out else.
She's great. Love her. Yeah, Clive's like, just leave me alone. Let me
Where
chill.
to start? Materials and tools. That means Karen and Blackthorn.
Go that way. Poor man doesn't get a moment's rest. Not really help doing everybody else's errands anyway.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks again. Jill looked white as a sheet when they got her.
Right. I love Karen,
Was
by the way.
wondering where you'd got to. Mid's back from Canva. Have you seen her?
Just now. She's planning to set up a workshop in the stores and ask me to buy her some materials. Here's the list.
This is gonna be like.
Think you can find everything on there?
They're slow. Would be much of a trader if I couldn't.
Excellent. As for payment,
It's paid 100 times over by what that girl's done for us. If it weren't for her filters, we'd have naught to drink but blight water. And
Cute.
that would have drained the life out of us long ago.
indeed it would.
I'll send the stuff on to Mid when it comes in.
Thank you, Karen.
Did I fight Titan? Yeah. that was a really, really good fight with a bit of a hook at the end of it.
Blackthorn, you busy?
What does it look like?
I have a commission for you. From Mid. She requires certain tools.
Hand it over. Toggle second for me, I know. Like when that happened, I
Think
was
you can
like,
make them?
Bloody hell.
so cool.
What's she planning to build with this stuff? An airship? I'll see what I can do.
Sid
I'll
needs
bring
an
that home
airship.
when I'm done.
My thanks. And Mid's, no doubt. That just leaves the carpenter. Let's see if Bardolph's available.
It's him.
It's all right.
She does nothing to fix.
This one. Wait, hang on, I'm going the wrong way. I thought he'd cut his arm off. Yeah, well, I kind of thought that he just kind of like got him like that almost, or like across the throat or something, and then obviously his hands dropped off, and I was like,
What a lovely fragrance.
what the hell am I going completely the wrong way? Like, where does my carpenter live? I can't remember. Do you know what, Laura? Do the sensible thing and check the bloody map. Live P. Yep, cool. But yeah, no, the ending of that fight though, like you say, like cutting his hands off and everything was just like, did not see that coming at all. And Torgal's second form is so cool. Torgal's such a good boy.
Do with a good oiling.
Should be enough to... How do, Master Sid?
How do?
Mid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom, and she needs the aid of a skilled carpenter. So naturally I thought of you.
Well, I'd love to help the young miss however I can. But I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's holes need patching, and if I don't patch them, will all of us sink into the mere. I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I have, but the sad truth is, I ain't got none.
I see.
It don't have to be me, though, does it? What about that other fella? You know, the one over at Martha's Rest. Bernard, was it?
Bernard.
That's right. And he is a friend of the cause. I'll ask Martha if she can spare him. Thank you, Bardolph.
Least I could do.
Well, you play more now, but you tried gym for the first time last night. I'm not surprised you got a headache. Go take some paracetamol. The ibuprofen actually be a better bet. See, I can't relate, I don't drink. For Martha's Rest. Okie dokie. There's absolutely no reason for you to go back up in the lift at all. Right, where's my little friend, the carpenter? Never drink, but you had a party.
The Empire have dragoons.
Well, I suppose, like, when in Rome, I guess. But
We love Martha and her sister.
which way am I going apart from the wrong one? Is he in there? Oh, yeah. Just ask Martha.
Ah, Clive. What brings you to the Rest?
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends here, ain't we?
Thank you, Martha. Do you know where I might find him?
He went up to Cressida on business. No idea what, mind. Place is a ruin. Far as I know, he's still there.
I'll look for him there then.
Messed up and took your meds 45 minutes before and had 2 gins. That is a schoolboy error. Into Cressida. Up that way. But yeah, no, if your headache's that bad, take some ibuprofen or something. Ibuprofen's better than paracetamol because it actually deals with the inflammation, which is what's going on in your head, so...
This one.
I really didn't need to do that. Oh my god, okay. What is it? We're behind the tree. Come on. There we go.
This
Go on, yeah, Torgal deal with it. There we go. Just let the whirlwind deal with the rest of it. Yeah, nice to go around for 45 minutes. Yeah, I find that I don't have much of a social battery anymore. Like, the idea of going out and being around like a lot of people is just really, really exhausting. I've gone the wrong bloody way, haven't I? Yep. Books. I don't think I actually came round here earlier on. I think this might be a bit new. Well, new for me anyway. I don't recognise it. That's what I'm quite enjoying about this game though. Look, it's so big that there's constantly new places to explore, which I love. I'm not the only one in the house that's super antisocial. Honestly, I'm quite antisocial. Like, I'm not particularly shy or anything, I'm just, like I say, low social battery.
Aye, if it ain't the lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh, do you now?
Come be my new carpenter.
Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure enough. And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
I couldn't ask a favor, though, could I? Before we go?
Of course.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. Ain't much left of it now, though. Except my parents' graves. But I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. Only to find the place crawling with thieves. But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you?
Bogles.
Any chance you could...
It's the least I can do.
Go clear it out.
Thank you kindly. And take care.
You did a 5-hour stream, went for a walk and then a party. Yeah, I'll bet you were done for. That's like... I'm done for after like 8 hours in work and I sit down, I have a dash job, like I sit down.
This shouldn't take long.
This one.
Oh, no, we did. Thank you, Torval. Good boy. Come here. Oh, I hit you. There we go.
Over here!
More. These aren't giving up, are they? God. Oh, God. Oh, nearly. Well, that was a bit good.
Too slow. This one. There's more over here.
Come on, Torval, get your nose in. And you as well. Hey.
Over here. Too slow. Nice try.
Oh, get back up. it through a fence. Good. This thing's speedy. Yeah, go kill. Oh, we didn't need that though. That was a little bit overkill. And it's definitely going to be dead. There we go. No, to normally stream for more than 3 hours. Yeah, I find that, like, I'd say after about 2.5, like, I really start to flag that my, like I say, social battery is properly just drained by that point.
You made short work of that lot. Thank you, son. Now my folks
Let's go
can
in the
rest in
background.
peace
It's got
once
Vivi's hat.
How long is it since the village was abandoned?
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. Oh, it may as well have been a century, looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't be. Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. As soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's onto your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
That should take care of Mid's little list. Better head back before she thinks of anything else.
Oh, they do look like Vivi as well. Oh. I have a little mini Vivi plushie. It's up on the shelf over there. Little tiny one. It's very cute. The first Final Fantasy, you can't stop playing. I mean, it's been a good one, to be fair. I mean, there's other ones I would say are better in a lot of ways, but this is an incredible game. Like, it's a great game. I mean, 7 is better than this. Just story-wise, like the story from 7 just doesn't let up.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks again.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest soon?
Right then. Got your stuff.
All right, Clive? You've all done then?
I am. I've placed your various orders, and a carpenter by the name of Bernard is on his way from Martha's Rest.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Clive.
Is there anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work. I can't wait.
Yeah, I like her.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Right, so we've had some side quest pop-ups, so that'll give me something to do offline. Just the 2. Wave command and do no harm. Okay.
Ah, Clive.
Talia, how's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best.
Oh, he's in love
Gav
with
was
her.
looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves. Oh, that's right. He went to ask Hippocrates about Torgor. He must have found something.
Ooh. Torgal's fancy second form.
Yeah. What's everyone whispering about?
come back for those side quests, because
Jill looked white as a sheet.
they do take some time.
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Torms?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Fenrir from God of War.
The annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other...
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened. Just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for
Torgal
it.
saved the day.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
Could have worded that a bit differently.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shall be a moment.
Oh, wish we could have a Torgal in real life, yeah. I mean, the closest we're getting is the plushies, obviously. But yeah, I love Gav as well. Like, I do genuinely love Gav as a character. Oh, cute. Our own little workshop. Little culture on the table. I love that.
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot. Starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them.
We have a little workshop, jolly good.
Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
What's in here? Nothing, okay. I wonder if like Kupka's gonna have like some kind of weird artificial hands.
I think I'll wait till Mid's away to take a turn.
So many British voice actors, yeah. I mean, play Xenoblade. Like 99% of the cast in Xenoblade are British. Like all different regions. Like there's obviously there's the Gormoti who are all Welsh, which is amazing. Because I love the Welsh accent. And then like yeah, there's all different accents in there, and it's great. And honestly, Xenoblade 3 is like amazing. So I fully recommend all three of the Xenoblade games.
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
He's just going to stand there and wait.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble.
Oh,
It's a pleasure.
Uncle.
In hindsight. Uncle Byron?
Clive, my boy!
I love him as
Fill
well.
the cask and stoke the ovens, for your favourite uncle is here!
Uncle Byron's amazing.
Dalmekian government sues for peace.
See?
How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan.
I swear that kid shrugged. Like,
To win him over.
The Empire owes
I
you
don't
a
know.
great debt.
It seems really like.
The crystals go with you, Your Highness. May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
It's creepy. Yeah, there's just something about him, isn't there? It's just like, I don't know. There's just nothing
Let us
there.
come to the question of
It's like a husk.
precisely when the Dalmecs will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can. And once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmecs to send for him, he would not arrive in time.
He'll be able to do much anyway. He's got no hands.
As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance?
Well,
If
seeing the Queen
fighting
makes you
spread to
angry.
the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
Yeah, I don't like her at all.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on.
It's a king whose subjects are expendable. Something's not right with that child.
Yes, sire.
Definitely pulling the strings. Yeah, I think she is as well.
Prepare for battle.
Sire.
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
I don't want to go up against Bahamut. I really don't.
If that is your wish, your radiance, I shall depart at once.
You know, something is wrong. I do wonder. Something is wrong with that child. Like, he knows this isn't right or something. I don't know, he seems...
I pray to forgive you.
Yeah, he's really reluctant, so he's like, this isn't okay.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
There you go.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
No. Dion just has a conscience, I think. Yeah, she's just... That child is not okay.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here?
Yes, what on earth indeed.
One way to find out.
I think he's just come for a drink, to be honest.
My dear nephew, how I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000? Oh, I do love Gav.
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Coco withdrew wounded from Rosalith.
Wounded?
Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you.
Off she goes with her stories. Let's sit back for a minute.
It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. Or would that not entail an arduous voyage down the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose.
Well, they kind of did.
Would that really have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
To drag a dying man through the desert.
So it was the Waludas who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Candleward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned. And where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Go on then, Clive. Get a wriggle on.
Mid's finished outfitting her little workshop.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The Lanza and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
A friend of
So,
Sid's.
what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Also got
Don't look
around
so
a bit.
worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
Oh, never change, Gav.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
Oh, he's just along for the ride, isn't he? Wearing all that heavy armor and stuff and they're in a desert.
When last I walked this path.
Poor Torgal with all that fur.
There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Okay. Middle of the sands. Can I still call my chocobo here? I can feel the heat stroke from here, yeah. I don't do well in the heat, so I wouldn't last 5 minutes. Oh look, there's chocobo footprints.
Lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark 'em well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands.
Make sure I don't miss anything while I'm here.
Many years ago,
That's a
when you
chance.
were just a boy,
No.
you and I rode this way together.
No, it's a
Accompanying your
box.
father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
Oh god, right, okay
He
then.
let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle.
That's what you get for whipping your
I shall
chocobo too
never
hard.
forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
Oh look, the loser is streaming. Hi Danny. How are you?
Who do you think those soldiers were in the inn?
Watching a film. What were you watching? I know you do, little brother. Mission Impossible 2. Right. Any good? Oh no, Mission Impossible 2. Yeah, no, that actually is old. There's me like, oh, it's a new film. Is it good? I watched that when it came out.
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst.
I'm sure it
Drink
has.
before we press on?
No more chocobo. Oh, Toggle's not happy.
Look, there. Those are Ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehair. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them?
Oh, looks like we're
Run
gonna.
along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
He's not pleased about it. We're gonna have a bar brawl. Wish I could put the hood up in normal. It looks good. It does look cool. It looks a bit more Assassin's Creed though, I think. Might be why they didn't have it as like a permanent thing. I don't know.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
What's going on up there? And who's she? It's her, of course.
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. You must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, we'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
Yeah, wow.
That'll be Cooker, then. Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you!
Oh dear. Might get that bar brawl after all.
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads. But we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two.
No sparing an hour. Nope.
Friend.
Doesn't want to waste it. Oh my god.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
There we go. I wanted a barbel and I got one.
The outlaw! Take him!
Ain't no taking. Just gonna
Just like that!
set a bloody whirlwind inside this building. That's great though. Like they're all dead. That whirlwind attack is OP. Yeah, it's amazing. Probably one of my favourite out of the whole game, actually.
For your trouble.
Yeah. Rebuild your bar with this.
Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
You started using it? You just started using it? Really? I've been using it for ages, it's so good. She's gonna launch herself out the window, is she? Is that her plan?
Now's our chance.
Yep, that's her plan. Now's your chance.
Your Grace?
I'm fine.
You are not fine. Injured and ill, and she's going to take him out into that desert heat. He's kind of a bugger, really, isn't he? Like, water looks so nice to swim in. Yeah, the water looks really good in this, actually. But that just did look really, like, warm and lovely. Ah, Josh was about...
Clive? What is it now?
Go run after him.
It's nothing.
Okay, fine.
Let's go.
Then don't. Surprised Torgal's not passed out from heat exhaustion, to be honest, with all that fur. And all that bloody black leather as well, he must be roasting. Not practical at all these games, are they? Let's go.
If we didn't know where to find Kupka before, we do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
Yep. Pet the good boy.
After it.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Oh. Okay then.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Just go beat them up then.
Not by force, I trust.
Okay.
We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means. The wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
I'll speak with the townspeople.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Well, it's not like we've got a reason to. Whatever this emergency is, they shut down the whole mine for it.
It's okay. Go find people to talk to. Go get some treasure out of a chest.
Anything I can help you with, travelers? Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalamil, would you?
No. I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
This one's not going to be that easy to find then. Well, we'll
What
see.
do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
Alright
I
then.
won't keep you long.
Rude.
I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question.
Why are you so
If
rude?
I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for.
What am I doing the usual 2 hours?
Likely
Yeah.
to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Yeah, 2 hours on a Sunday, like... I'm in work nice and early tomorrow, so I don't want to push it too much, and I'm already a bit tired, actually.
Can I help you? Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask further. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Thank you kindly.
Let's go and impose on some people while they're having a bath.
Well,
I don't know
it
about
sounds
that.
like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furder knows.
Hanging lanterns, keep the darkness from your door.
Yes.
Excuse me.
That was easy.
Are you Ferda?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well.
Just like
Go
that.
to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
Do you think we can trust him?
Not at all.
Only as far as I think.
Oh.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
You might lose yours first, mate. Oh no, didn't mean to close those.
Stay down!
See with this whirlwind, just the most impractical skill ever, but it's amazing. So good. Just rip the floor up.
Stay down!
And we're done. No, better than nothing. Oh, Gilbug. So I'll have some pennies.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Ferda?
Look what the cat dragged in. Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
Do you want to see who she is? She sounds interesting.
To the Lock of Leisure.
This little area is nice, actually. It's a bit different to what we've seen previously, so I'm enjoying it.
Is this the place?
Lubo's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
My back's hurting me.
Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it.
Okay.
Lubor, Lord Ferda told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second.
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing.
He's not wrong.
And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm
That's
not in the
fair.
business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Okay.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might
Uncle's
as
having
well
none of
hear
it.
him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you.
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you
Also
call
true.
me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play.
Okay.
Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle.
Follow the crystals.
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil.
Right, okay, so we have a few crystals to follow, apparently.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang, for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men of the Rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer.
Okay. Oh, no, can't go that way. Back around.
Live eating dark. Rest of the
Oh, what was that? Why don't you go flat? Oh, flatbreads. Actually, you know what? I love a flatbread.
You wouldn't believe how much you need. What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
I'm not a soldier.
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the Rock and the men of the Rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
I'm sure she
Don't be
does.
stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off.
Yes, sword polishing.
Do you think they'll be back soon?
Needed to a silken softness.
A deposit.
What's this? For the best drop in Dalamil, visit the final sting. Okay.
Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. They'll probably be back at the inn by now.
I think Uncle Byron likes some time in the inn, to be fair.
The most fragrant herbs and fresh bread, warm from the oven. Yeah.
Wait, hang on. Inn's back that way. Is it that bad then? No, going the wrong way. It's behind me. Honest to God, right. Destination nearby? No. Then where is it? There.
What was all that crashing and banging about?
It's you, the one who broke all
She
our
doesn't want to let him back
furniture.
in.
What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Why is he upstairs?
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
What's this up here? Is there anything around here that I can steal? I know that I need to go back the other way, but I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. What are you doing, Uncle Byron?
Will this suffice as a deposit?
Uncle Byron, what are you doing?
By the sands. That's a black pearl. One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle?
Indeed. Is he up to something he shouldn't be? What are you doing, Byron?
Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it.
Okay, fair.
And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so.
Only.
A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere, and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult.
It just goes to show one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
We'll have that, thank you.
Perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support if things turn sour.
Of course.
Let me go and have a look down here first.
I need a drink.
Ooh, what's this? Genuine cacti needles, imported from across the sea. Just one prick and your little sparrow will sing. Oh. I see. We haven't seen a cocktail.
Fucking man of the wrong.
We can't go that way, so do we go around then? Does it go? Okay. Okay.
Lighting, for Gilbert's sake.
Rendezvous with the soldiers in the desert. Ugh.
Silver platters. Plates and pots.
Yeah, imagine being that rich that like 500k was just like, oh, it's a measly amount. Come on, Ambrosia. Make you walk in the seat instead of me. I definitely could have just gone across the bridge, couldn't I? I didn't need to actually leave the town. Let's go back. Yeah, so that ridge there that I just completely blindsided, that's where we're going. And then we'll get Ambrosia back. There we go.
Let's go.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Let's go. I want the shiny, I want the shiny, I want the shiny. Oh no, but I don't want that though. We'll have that while we're here. Get off the rock. Dozy bird. Where are we going? Over there, okay.
I'll take it from here.
I mean, don't get yourself killed or anything.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
So they have been stealing crystals.
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice.
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
They've stolen a lot.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
Oh.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord.
Okay.
But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing.
That man has a
now
large
that our
axe.
price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty.
500 talents is 500k.
Being such good friends, we
Byron
elected
gave
to
2 million
increase
to
that
Clive.
portion
Yeah.
and share the benefits.
Guy's loaded.
And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both!
And they're literally just going to last like 2 minutes with Clive, though, aren't they?
Good!
Like,
I'm just getting warmed up!
keep this private guard. Get down off your rock. You're not safe with that. And you. One more? One more? Yeah. Go on, Torgal. Are we done? Oh, no, we're not done. Okay. Yeah, just keep going. Oh, there's something to talk about. That's just tight. Why did the chopper have to get involved? No, it's not fair. Poor birds. There we go. Okay, give me 2 minutes and I will be right back with you. There we go, see? Less than 2 minutes.
That wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
That's what needs to clean up.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction.
Sordid
Hardly
transaction.
expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly, buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon. It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse.
It's almost like they knew the name was a bit
Clive.
ridiculous.
You held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs.
Just throw some money
You
at the
still have
problem.
the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust. I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much. Greybeard.
Double the... Ugh!
Here,
Oh, Byron.
wear this.
Desert Rose.
Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
Omia Lostelan. Tuisa Kelith.
Oh, so that's how you program your owl.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive. So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
Off we go then. Yeah, follow the crystals. Yeah. It's another side quest. Okay, we will come back for that.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
And that one.
Yes, they're quite good.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Oh, fresh bread.
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Just look at the
Wait inside.
Ah, they've opened the gate.
Lubor was true to his word.
can
Are you
give us
looking for
anything
something in
good.
particular?
No. Good for potions. Do with some of those, actually.
There
Accidentally
you are.
use them.
An excellent choice.
I thought so too.
We should get going.
This is no time to ride.
Do you have water?
There's a chocobo in the gate. Why can't I call mine?
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lupul?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Tolmeki and Waloed are allies, and as you have seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days.
He's dead then.
I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
Or you can just do Kupka and bitch, really. But the hands, feet next, so on and so forth. Oh, where did you come from? You just appeared out of that rock.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
Faster!
No. Look at that. That is very pretty.
Come on, girl, the gate's up.
I feel like this has been modelled to look kind of like a real life place. I can't think, yeah, it has, look. I can't remember what it's called, but there is somewhere in the world that actually looks like this. Cleopatra's something, I think. Cleopatra's bath or something like that. If you live baby in the water every day, yeah, I mean it looks lovely. Yeah, there's definitely a place, and I'm sure it's called like Cleopatra's bath or something like that.
What is this place?
This is the spring which provides the water for the Dalimil Inn's famous heaving baths.
Oh,
I wouldn't mind having a dip myself. If we didn't have more pressing matters to attend to, of course.
We have this place that actually exists in the world. Like, you actually, either you can or you could go and bathe in it. I don't know if they kind of banned it after a while because it was kind of getting a bit like ruined. Just like finding a girl on the floor. Great. Oh, there must be something actually worth it down here. Oh, look. Hang on. Maybe there is. Maybe there is. Okay then. Maybe not. Oh, that's not going to do anything. Oh, actually, it did. That's good. let's go back to the bit where I'm actually supposed to be going, shall we? Just looked up and seems to be a few like it. Yeah, I mean, there's just the one that I know of, which looks basically what I think this might be based on. Very pretty. So there you go, you come to my streams and you get a geography lesson as well. I want to say the one that I'm thinking of, I think it's in like Turkey or that neck of the woods. But it's like really out the way. It's not near any of the major cities or anything.
There it is. Drake's Fang.
Ooh.
Kuku will be hiding inside.
Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert. You'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am.
Most of us would do the same thing, Byron, if we're honest about it.
I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know. Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents.
Don't get yourself killed, Byron.
I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
Oh, we all want the Torgal. Indeed. Well, 2 for 1, entertainment and knowledge. I know loads of just like really random things for no particular reason. A little bit of a secret weapon in a pub quiz. Anyway. Right, let's go here. Yeah, Danny, you know some like really random stuff, to be fair. Look, he has got prosthetic hands. They don't bend. Oh. Well, isn't that a shame?
What are they stored?
So you chopped him off, Stas, like 2 days ago.
What has that gutter rat done to me? Out of my sight, witch! I'll kill you, Rossfield! I'll rip out your heart! I'll tear you limb from limb!
Might struggle with that.
The table shan't hurt you any longer.
He sought to humiliate me. Me! If you hadn't interfered, he would be dead!
Without a heart and can't even pick up a fork.
The battle continue.
Titan would have ground him into dust!
And how would he have done that without his head?
Shut up!
You weren't strong enough, and you call yourself a dominant. Or rather, you did.
You mock me, Harbert.
Do you see, Hugo? You are weak.
But so long as that fire burns within you, there is still hope. There may yet be a way for you to take your revenge.
Tell me, what must I do? Please, I'll do anything. Just tell me.
The heart.
What of it?
A Mother Crystal's heart is the most concentrated source of ether in all creation. Perhaps you could take advantage of that. Of course, the crystal would not yield her blessing to any ordinary man. But then, you are no ordinary man, are you, Hugo?
No, most men have both hands.
Clive Rossfield stole your power, but others have suffered a similar fate, and still managed to find the strength to conjure their icon. Like Benedicta Harmon. She too drank of the ether and gained a power beyond human understanding.
She did. Benedicta. Benedict. I'll do it. My love. I'll avenge you.
Oh, well, it's making me feel sorry for Hugo. The man is very broken-hearted, isn't
Run
he?
along now, Hugo. You need only follow the night. Euthos is here. Very well, it shall be so. You may leave everything to me, Your Majesty.
Just gonna wander on in. Something smells. I can smell death. Oh, lots of it. Oh. What is that? Oh god, okay. What are they? Orcs. Of course they are. Didn't think we were in Lord of the Rings.
Did the royalists bring them from Ash?
Okay. Into the darkness indeed. Alrighty then, so I am going to end stream there because it's getting kind of late, and I feel like this is going to be one of those sections that just goes on and just keeps going, and like you don't want to put it down, so we'll be coming back to this in a day or two. So as usual, keep an eye on my socials. It'll be posted when I'm going live. Thank you for, can confirm, yeah, no, I thought it would be, but yeah, thank you for joining in, and yeah, I think whatever we're going into next is going to be pretty epic, so that's why we're going to do it on another stream and not tonight. So yes, thank you very much. I shall hopefully see you all soon. Sleep well, because it is, what, 5 to 8? It's not that late, but it's late enough. But yeah, sleep well. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.